46 Wednesday morning, October 8th. Right now, we are joined by Robert Smith. It's great to have you here in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Of course. So I know you have written a book here, and you have a big book launch coming up. So tell us about it.
Very excited about it. And the book is A Gamble on Liberty, and it's based, it's what we call fact-based fiction. It's based on the true story of Robert Lapsey Gamble of Cleveland and his wife Premilia during the Civil War and their experiences in that war. Both Robert's on the battlefield and Premilia's war at home, and it follows their journey. And I'd say, just to be very brief, there's also a bigger story involved, and that's that I didn't really realize when I'm from Chicago. As you can tell, I'm from somewhere strange. I used to think Tennessee was just, the only thing I knew was that Davy Crockett was born here. And then I met my friend Bill Sanders, the great-grandson of Robert Gamble, and it opened up a whole new world to me, and I've gotten to know East Tennessee and her people. And so what I was saying, I'm getting off track, but I discovered a story I never expected to discover, and that's a big story of Tennessee. It was a unique situation in the Civil War, not only fighting Union against Confederates, but neighbors against neighbors, families against families, and soldiers at war worrying about what their families are having to put up with at home. It was an incredible learning experience for me, and I grew to admire the people of this area more than I could express.
We're talking with Robert Smith, author of the book, A Gamble on Liberty, launching that book here tomorrow, I believe, officially at the museum. There's a history happy hour. It's underway. Doors open at 6:30. I believe your part begins at 7. It's $5 to get in there at the Museum Center downtown. Another event at the History Branch on Ocoee Street at 10 a.m. on Friday. So a couple of chances for people to come out and meet you.
Absolutely. And the event on Friday morning, there'll be I'm not sure I'm saying it right, but continental breakfast. You know, and that's where you don't get a waiter waiting on you.
Right.
But and coffee and juice and whatever you have, and we'll have a good morning hour brunch. So the 5 points, you covered it pretty well. It's a $5 admission, and it does start at 6:30. And as my guy Robert Lapsey Gamble would say, hope y'all come out and visit.
That's right. I know you'd love to meet everyone that comes out there at that event. That is, again, tomorrow at the Museum Center at 6:30. History Happy Hour there at the Museum Center. And what made you want to write a book like this?
Well, I met this guy. He's standing over here. His name, about 10 years ago, Mr. William Sanders, my good friend. And to make it I can do it in 2 minutes if you want to hear the answer.
Sure.
My wife and I got to be very good friends with Bill and his wife, and Bill was always talking about his great-grandfather and great-grandmother in the Civil War, and it was always very interesting. This is my 7th book, by the way, so I'm always looking for a good story, and it was always very interesting. I would get more interested all the time, and then he started showing me old pictures, photographs, which are in the book, of his family and of his great-grandfather in uniform. And then he showed me this pistol and told me this was a pistol that his grandfather carried at the Battle of Sugar Creek, which was one of the last battles here in the Western Theater in Tennessee. And you notice I said Tennessee, not Tennessee, right? So once he showed me that pistol and told me this, I won't tell you the story of what happened to his grandfather, but once he told me the story of what that pistol had been a part of, I came up with a great idea. I'm going to write this book, Bill, if it's all right with you. Well, I figured out finally after 2 years of research that was his plan all along. But the Gambles are patient people, and I imagine his great grandparents were like that as well. So I think that was his plan all along to have me. But it has been no one who knows me would ever expect I would write a book about East Tennessee. But I'm in love with the place and the people, and you people have treated me so warmly and nicely. So that's kind of how I got to write this book.
Well, it is so great to meet you. Great to have you here in the studio. That is Robert Smith. Again, the name of the book, A Gamble on Liberty. And you can meet him tomorrow at the Museum Center, doors open at 6:30 for History Happy Hour, and then downtown at the History Branch at 10 o'clock on a Friday morning. Anything else you want to mention here
I would
before we
say,
go?
y'all come down.
There we go. Love it.
So, thank you very much. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you for coming in. We appreciate